And let me warn you a little bit. This computer has been kicking in and out all day. The service has for some reason. I don't know what it is, but so far we're good. Maybe it'll hold on tight. So if you lose me, you get to go home early tonight. Uh, so anyway, this is which new unit number is? I can't read it there. 510. All right, the Monon had a ton of 282 Mikados, and a lot of these are the equivalent of light, or no, these are lighter than USRA light mics. And but they had a ton of these things. They were good for the what the railroad did, the light trackage and so forth. But this is a pretty typical um, light 282 for the Monon. This appeared in Trains magazine, and it's a 1947 repaint of cars that were built in during or right at the beginning of World War II, I think 1940. And uh, this is appears to be an experimental paint scheme, and it just didn't go anywhere. You don't see any more of them other than this one, but it became kind of famous, and I modeled it because I had a good photo of it. Go ahead. This is a repaint that was painted up in South Hammond. You see the SH Reway marks. South Hammond's a suburb of Chicago, of course, and those guys would actually, in good weather, would get out and do repair work and repaint hopper cars as this one was done. This is a late 50s effort on their part. And all these, well, the Monon cars varied, but the one car that you can count on is the KD car. It was built, Monon bought 150 of them in 1954, and the KD car is a dead ringer for them. This car is one of those, if you had looked at the last car, even though it was repainted, it wasn't in really good shape. And so they took those cars in. This was in the 415 and 600 series, and removed the sides and put outside brace sides on the cars, made them much sturdier, a more modern car. However, they lost a few cubic feet of capacity when they did that. And these lasted well into the L&N merger, and were really the most modern hopper car on the Monon, even though they were rebuilds. Although the Monon carried them on the books as repaired. They didn't call it rebuild, but repaired. I suspect there was a tax reason for that. So,
Greg, can you go back one picture? I'm looking at that rail joint at the bottom of the picture.
Well, you're not supposed to look at stuff that we're not talking about.
Well, that's got to be a guardrail.
Okay.
Yeah,
it's a guardrail.
Yeah.
You're talking about it's diagonal.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, it's got to be a guardrail at a frog or something. Yeah.
Huh.
It looks
Okay.
like it's
The one to the right's the guardrail.
Right.
Yeah.
The one that's not shiny on top.
But yeah, well, yeah, but the other one's light color does make you kind of wonder, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks for indulging me.
Well, yeah, Dave, pay attention to what we're talking about here.
Well, the other thing I notice on here is what are these wheels out here?
I was wondering the same thing.
Well, that's the rip track, and that's the cart that they've got a little track there. It's
okay.
Narrow gauge thing. They push heavy stuff back and forth on it.
All right.
It's something to model.
Yeah.
Well, it is. It would be pretty easy to do.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the rebuilt cars. Now this series, they appeared in the late 60s, prior to the Monon attempting to become a carrier of coal from the barges on the Ohio River to the lake in Michigan City. And the railroad was going to try to become a pipeline. And one of the things they didn't have was enough hopper cars. So these apparently were leased from someone. And everything we've been able to track down on, they were black. They had white lettering. And it looks like they were refurbished by Fruit Growers Express. in Alexandria, Virginia, from everything we can put together. But this is still a bit of a mystery. They only lasted a couple of years, and when the coal deal fell through, they took these cars off lease rather quickly. There's another one. And they were black with white lettering, and here again, one number series above the others, and here they weren't owned, they were leased. And this is a good shot of Monon hopper cars, but what these guys are doing is they're filling in where they had a washout. So those hopper cars were all loaded with ballast, stone ballast, and then that was spread all along the rail where they had repaired the track and did the fill. One of the ways they spread it was they put a railroad tie under the car and then let the hopper empty itself out and then shoved it along, and the tie then leveled it off at least at the top of the rails and possibly pushed it out to the sides. They did have 20 side unloading cars, but I think they obviously were in a pretty big hurry to fix this. Go ahead. And it's just this car was sitting in Monon, Indiana, waiting to be loaded with ballast. The Monon got all its ballast from Monon stone or Wardstone, both located near Monon. A lot of good stone deposits there, and shipped them all over the railroad in hopper cars. So you had a pretty nice little turnaround going on where you shipped coal, southern Indiana coal northbound. Then you had all the empties you wanted coming back through Monon, so you could grab what you needed to load stone, and of course send the rest of them back down to southern Indiana to load. So you always had a pretty good selection of steel hopper cars sitting there in Monon. And the reason I say steel is they would not load a composite hopper car at Monon crushed stone or Wardstone. Go ahead. This is that picture of that string of cars again where they're filling in the washed out area. So they've got it cribbed up and level, and so now they're dumping ballast. And maybe I had put something else in there besides ballast. I don't know to get it started, but you ultimately got ballast on top anyway. But the other thing it does is kind of a nice picture of one of the cars. This is one of the 54 built cars, and there's a lot of stuff to look at here. It was reweighed, and can you see this thing? Another one of the 1954 built cars. Nothing special here. They were all over the place basically. Another one of the series. It gives you an idea of how the coal was loaded in the cars at the mines in southern Indiana. Go ahead, Greg. You can hear me.
Yeah, you're in and out, but it's probably slow getting to you when we switch slides too.
Okay.
But we're on the one with big water tower now.
Okay. This car is one of 100. Um, and I'm not sure why they built. A lot of them ended up in cokes because they were so large. But they did load them at the mines. I know Purdue University received triple cars. One of the same group of cars, and this was again a South Hammond repaint. Those guys, did it right outside, and there was no building to take them in to paint them. They did it on the outside. Same thing. The only thing interesting about this car, and it is one that's on my short list of model, is the number 56 or 4567. And this one did get repainted. And in a the scheme that was common for the late 50s for the Monon hopper. And this is 4601. This is a builder's photo, but it's a builder's photo of one additional car that was added because one was destroyed. And so it's kind of a unique car. Go ahead. This is one of the side unloading ballast cars. The Monon had.
Greg, while we're waiting for Mott to rejoin us, can you go back 2 images?
Sure.
I'm just looking at the interesting placement of the equipment trust plate on the upper
Mhm.
portion of the car to the left side. That's something you don't see very often.
Mhm.
What's the portion of the car to the left side?
The trust plate, the equipment, the metal plate that talks about the equipment trust that it's under. It's in the kind of
I got it.
diagonal portion of the car side.
Yeah.
Anyway, again, thanks for indulging me. We can move on now.
Okay, we've seen this one. And this is just a unique shot that somebody took. And just a couple of Monon freight F3s. And what's unique about this is the BL2 is the center unit. The Monon had a problem in that they did not buy their locomotives with nose MU. So you either had to have a B unit, or if you had a locomotive like a BL2 that had MU connections on both ends, you could use it as the center unit. But the center unit was kind of a unique deal until some of the later on, some of the units got nose MU. And you kind of got, if you want to prototypically operate your model railroad, which I like to do, I like to have these kind of problems, and it therefore results in some unique uh, locomotive combinations you might not expect to see. And this is just an old photo of one of the freight F3s.
That looked like a backward horn.
There he goes again. That one's nice and clean.
That'd be. Shiny.
It's clean except for the pilot.
Well, I'll interject here that the Monon was not the only railroad that was frugal enough not to put nose MUs on. The Sioux Line did the same thing.
So did the Burlington.
Okay,
Mhm.
thank you.
Greg, can you go back one while we're waiting for Mont?
Sure.
Am I right? Does that horn look backward on that one, guys?
Yeah, there's one backwards and one frontwards.
Oh, there's one. Okay.
Yeah, the
Got
one
it.
on the fireman's side facing
Right.
back. Yeah.
It's front forward. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Got it. Old eyes.
Mm.
Oh, there's a fruit growers back there behind this.
Mhm.
Look at that.
Yep.
Fruit Growers Express.
I'm back if anybody can hear me.
Yep, we can hear you.
Okay. I don't know how long this this is going to last, but this one was taken at the Kentucky Indiana Terminal Yard in Louisville, and this is when they started painting the locomotive trucks silver, which was around 1960. So, and that continued all the way, almost to the end. And when L&N started taking control, they went back to black trucks, but they started to paint the trucks aluminum color. Go ahead to the next one. And if I drop out again, just keep going. What's unique about this shot is the clearance car on the side there. They mounted that on one of the flat cars, and I have yet to find the number of the flat car that they mounted that thing on, but it's just a general service flat car.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And this is at Hammond, South Hammond, Indiana, just a regular ABA set. And this is a northbound coming into Monon. That's a passenger train. Has to cross that bridge, which is the Monon Creek. And then it'll go past the station after that point. And this is a southbound coming around the curve. That building to your right is the station. So it's taken from the platform as he pulls through. The guy that took a lot of these pictures, Malin Eberhard, was a man that only had one leg. He worked for the railroad, lost his leg working for the railroad, and but he just loved the railroad to death and was everywhere he could be, taking pictures of anything he could. And he lived and worked around Monon quite a bit before he finally went to Lafayette and worked prior to his retirement. And he lost his leg when a set of passenger units missed this curve that we're looking at right here and went right through the station. So you're looking at the new station there to my right. The old station was a stone structure, and Malin, as we call him Cookie, was in that station. He was 15 years old at the time and lost that leg. A lot of neat stories about Cookie all throughout the years. The nurse that took care of him in the hospital became his wife. Had a couple of big strapping young boys. He was a good guy, and I met him at Lafayette when he saw me in there taking pictures. He comes out and I thought this guy's going to throw me out. Instead, we start talking about the latest AHM BL2s and all that stuff. So good little story. Go ahead. And this is a northbound out of Indianapolis coming into Monon. This is, I'm not sure where this is at. It was taken from a Monon caboose. So you get a little look at the top of one of the Monon wood cabooses. I think this is Lafayette Junction, but I'm not positive. That's probably was taken from the Cupola. Go ahead. This is Southern Indiana. This cut that is kind of famous down there. A guy out of Louisville, Tommy Smart, used to take these pictures of trains coming through that cut, and this is one of those. About 1962, the railroad renumbered their locomotives. 100 series were freight, 200 series passenger, 300 series were B units. And so this is a result of that. A lot of neat details on these locomotives. If you were to model them, the bug buster up there above the headlight, the firecracker antenna, all the grab irons that they put on them, and they had more. They had it a little bit later, and of course you can see where he carries his flags. That's an extra train. So just lots of neat stuff that I get a big kick out of modeling. So go ahead.
Ooh.
This
That's
this is an old one. What occasionally there was a need to shift power, and the first two units you see are 85A and B, which are passenger equipped units normally used in freight service, therefore painted black and gold. But there's probably some sort of special train that's going to move out of Chicago. So this is a northbound, which is deadheading a pair of extra units north to South Hammond, where they'll do that. So this is kind of a power balancing thing for that special move. And for what it's worth, there were no nose MU connectors in those F units. So there's two engine crews on this train.
Mont, I noticed some of these F3s have two headlights and some just have the one as in this picture. Was that a freight versus passenger distinction?
No, all of the red and gray passenger units had two headlights. However, the freight units, these two, like this 85A and B here, they were former demos and came with only one headlight. They didn't change them. Others were wrecked, and when they repaired, they only got one headlight. So you got to know which ones to model. But the norm is the dual headlight. But otherwise, you just got it's a wreck repair that they didn't put the second headlight in.
Okay.
And that's a real good question because everybody has the same problem with that. Go ahead. Well, that's the Lafayette shops in the background, in case you wondered. And this is the infamous Monon #1. And this is the scheme in which it was delivered, this paint scheme. And this is one of 500 cars the railroad purchased in pre-PS1s. They had welded sides and a lot of other welded features, but they were not totally welded like the PS1s were. But that was the next step. Several railroads had these, by the way. Go ahead. This is the story that the Monon created to follow the travels of Monon #1. And this lists all the railroads and all the loads that it hauled for its first year of existence. And to just show the versatility and how far reaching the Monon's services were. But there's a little problem with this. If you look at the box car in this photo, it has a camel door. And if you look at
Instead of the superior door.
yeah, exactly. Well, we finally found out what happened was when the public relations department needed to take a picture and the right car wasn't available, they grabbed one close and relettered it for the picture, and that was how that happened. So you got to watch. Go ahead.
So you can have two #1s.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just different.
Agree.
There's
Boy, look at that waffling
Yeah.
or caning, I guess they call it.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. That's brand new looking.
#1.
Yeah. That's why he didn't like large numbers. A car clerk. A lot of writing. Yeah. That would make operations out of model railroad a lot easier too, just
That's right.
smaller numbers.
So glad I got this video. I'm so glad I saw this video because sometimes around 11:30 at night, I'd be telling my wife I want a snack.
You could use every number on the decals.
That's right.
Have we lost Mont again?
I
Yes.
think so.
Maybe
That's
we
why
should
it's-
move ahead. I think the next
Yep.
picture probably continues the story. Yep.
Yep.
Oh, there it's becoming Mon #1 rather than CIL #1.
Different paint
Yep.
job too. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, different paint.
It's
Oh,
also
there's
got the white Hoosier line lettering on top.
Right.
Gray.
But yeah. Yeah,
Light gray,
it
yeah.
looks white, yeah.
that was kind of their signature scheme at the end, is what Mom was saying,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
All you need up here is another horizontal line, and you've got Mont's name on there. That's why he likes the
Yeah.
Monon.
Just cross the one. It looked like that.
Pretty
Yeah.
good, Greg, pretty good.
Interesting
Pretty good.
water tank in the background too.
Oh yeah.
Yep,
Yeah.
go ahead.
That's got new data down there.
Mhm.
Unusual location for the card down below, the route card
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
down by the door. Normally they're up above the sill.
Yeah. Right. The tack board's still way up in the air there.
Yep.
Mm. What did they start moving those down? Was that in the 60s?
Yeah. Yes.
Mhm.
So this one lacks the line after the one, between the one and the dimensional data.
But it is still Mon.
Right.
So
And
that's
also the Hoosier line in the gray band.
exactly, yeah.
Oh, it's gone.
It's again like that.
Can you hear
Oh,
me?
oh yeah, there you are.
He's back.
Yeah. Yeah. The one with the stripe on it, they tried to keep that car painted in the most recent scheme. So the one with the stripe across the top was painted in 54. They had it back in when those photos were taken to change the CIL to MON. The railroad changed names on the 10th of January 1956, and the reporting marks went from CIL just to MON. It became Monon Railroad. That was the official name.
Is that a grain door?
Yeah, I'd say
Like
So-
a commode door?
kind of like a Signode one.
Yeah, it's a sig node.
Oh, nice, 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 nice.
With periods after each letter: C, period I, period L, period.
Hmm.
Lucky 13.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That looks like it's just sitting on the ground.
Yeah, the rail's kind of buried in the weeds there. I always wondered how the cart clerks got up to those tack boards. Do they carry a ladder with them?
Yeah.
They must have. Hmm. Hmm.
Well, the thing was, it's on the tack boards, the placard boards or tack boards. A lot of times they were along the dock or sometimes too. A lot of.
Oh yeah, right. Yep. Yeah, that would have made it a lot better. Yeah. I didn't think of that. Yeah. Yeah.
That looks like it's renumbered.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Ah. Interesting.
Yeah. Poor brakeman couldn't get to the top of the car.
Roof hatch.
Oh, yeah.
There's probably one on the near end of the car on the other side of the lateral.
This one has a round hatch.
Yep, absolutely.
Must have been for grain loading.
Grain, it could be other things.
Sure.
Some of the roads had their own hatches for roof granules.
Yeah.
Here it mentions grain service.
Oh, okay. There it is on the bottom.
Ah, that's a good shot. I think that's the only railroad I can think of that actually put hatches specifically for grain loading in boxcars.
Boy.
Yeah.
I would say it's rare. I agree. I've never not.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
If you can hear me, those grain hatches laying on the floor were installed in that 400 of those 500 box about 1980 or on 70 at the time. And that was for grain loading.
Yeah.
We're saying that's
Northwest-
pretty rare, Mont.
What's that?
Northwestern and Milwaukee had some round hatches on a few cars for spent grain loading for Schlitz Brewery in Milwaukee.
Okay.
Yeah, I've seen that. This group of about 325, 30 cars that got this just to supplement the covered hoppers that trying to load, converted the loading covered up, and this way they could use the box for it. The shot you had with the car door was one of the 1-500 cars. Its door opening enlarged and designated for appliance loading, had DF equipment inside of it.
And so, does someone know what a Spartan tri-belt loader is?
Spark belt loader. It's oh gosh, it's a way to use belts instead of the solid compliance service.
Huh. Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm. Funny, they did all that. The tack boards are still up in the air.
Yep.
You know, I guess I'm a tack board nut.
Well, they didn't move them. That's where they kind of always were, right?
Right, yeah.
On the
Or
ends,
they
they're not
didn't,
moving.
yeah, they didn't, yeah, right. They didn't move them.
They
I
didn't
noticed,
move them.
I noticed one of those new cars, it was like 1959 or something that had lowered tack boards, but that was a new car. So yeah,
Right.
they didn't bother moving them, I guess.
And this one
Both
is,
must have been rusted.
this one is mounted right on the rib. I thought mostly they would be mounted between the ribs.
Yeah, I think they had little steel straps welded between the ribs or something, or riveted on. I don't know.
A lot of photos I've seen are they're mounted on the ribs in a lot of
Oh.
railroads.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, mail and express service.
Huh. Wow. Hmm. I wonder how many versions of those cars that Katie came out with. Imagine at least a couple. Hmm.
And I don't know.
Hmm.
Two different ends. Yeah. Yeah. There you go. Hmm.
Well, the takeaway is there's a lot to know if you want to be an accurate modeler of Monon boxcars.
Yeah, and just 40 footers.
Boy, they don't want a hailstorm.
Mhm.
Wow.
Oh,
Whoa.
Like L&N paint.
oh, form. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, maybe, well, they probably still had Monon
Notice it says
cars
pool
and
car.
L&N.
It's a pool car, which
Oh, yeah,
might explain the color.
yeah,
What, pool ME?
yeah, yeah. Those were L&N colors for a while though, and box cars, I know.
76.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Pullman standard ends.
It says pool me, just like wash me.
Oh.
Appears to be a black car.
Yeah, that photo's from at least 1978 because they got that dot on there next to the lube plates.
Oh, yeah. The
Came out in
Yep.
78.
wheeled. Lloyd, did you say this looks like it's black to you?
Yeah,
But I'm looking at the gondola that it's coupled to, and that's showing a real black.
Yep. I think it's blue.
No, it's blue. That's a L&N paint job on there.
Yep.
I don't think that the MON letters are lined up properly.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Well, there's a slight angle.
The M is a little low.
I guess you're right. That must be blue.
Well,
Well,
that's because one end of the pool is shallower than the other.
That's right.
Oh,
It looks like there's a
Oh,
patch here
boy.
too that might not be symmetrical.
yeah.
But it's got a low tack board.
Yeah, same with
Yep.
this one.
Yeah, they've dropped.
MON must have been put on by a modeler.
Yeah.
Are you
Well, yeah,
talking about those reporting marks kind of missing the bottoms?
you didn't have a M that was the same font size. Well, yeah. Yeah, maybe they didn't have a stencil the right size for the M.
Lower tack. Ah, look at the ladder beat up on the right side. The sill step.
Yeah,
Oh,
That-
yeah.
yeah.
That doesn't look good.
Oh.
It looks like they put their ACI labels wherever it occurred to them too. No standard placement.
Mhm.
Yep. Yep. They've been kind of all over, haven't they?
Yeah.
Now that looks black.
Agree?
It looks black, but I'll bet it's brown.
Well, it was brown at one point.
Yep.
That's fading through the white.
Gray on top really has faded to white pretty much.
Mhm.
Mm.
They put a hopper.
All right. Well, it's 7:30 and we did about almost 100 slides tonight. We've got about 115 left.
Oh, geez.
All
So
right.
I think we'll see. I'll write this down here. We made it to 196.
Yeah.
Hey, has KD done any hoppers for the Monon?
For the moment.
don't know.
Anybody know?
I think he said that they did the twin hoppers, some of the twin hoppers. Yeah.
Okay.
The open hoppers. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know about cover hoppers. But
The LOs.
Yeah, he definitely said they had some of the twin open hoppers. KD did. He said they were at least one class of them was a dead ringer. He said.
Or Greg closes it. Is that a grab iron there above the black?
Oh yeah.
Where are we looking?
Right
Okay,
here.
the right end of the, yeah, right there. What is,
No, that's looks like it's got 4 rivets in it.
Yeah.
Like it's a
Okay.
board. Like
okay.
that.
The low truss plate.
Yeah.
Oh, it's something been removed. A plate has been removed. Okay. Thank you. Yeah.
I've got a question before Greg closes things down for the night. Does anybody know where you can get the Pullman standard decals for like the builder's mark?
Oh,
Kind of looks like a printer's bug.
Oh, yeah, the little oval.
The little oval, yeah.
I don't know of anyone who manufactures them in bulk. I think I've seen some dry transfer sheets for particular cars that had it.
Wow.
I have to look, David. I actually have a sheet that one manufacturer has done of various, like that, the symbols for the various companies. I do have one in decal. I don't know who the manufacturer was. I could look and find out.
Appreciate it, Lester.
Will do. Let me see if I can. I'll take a look and through the decals and see if I find it.
Well, thanks, Greg.
Yes,
Yep.
my pleasure. Thanks, everybody. We'll hope that whoever Mont's internet provider is gets their act together between this week and next. And
Well, Comcast finally got it together for me. Remember, you
Yeah.
lost me a couple.
Maybe if Mott would pay
Right.
his damn bills, we wouldn't have had this problem.
That's right. Yeah.
There you go. If
Be
you paid
careful,
his
he'll
bill.
start charging us to be a clinician. Then we got real problems.
Thanks, Mont.
Thank
Yeah.
you all.
Well, we'll see you guys next week. We'll have part 3, hopefully with full narration.
Very good.
Well, we
Good
did
night,
pretty good on
everybody.
our own.
We did. Yeah, not
Right.
bad. All right. Have a great night. Thanks for coming.
Take care.
All right.
Good night,
Bye.
everybody.
Good night.
Night.